So in the previous video, I've talked about how to farm if you're a beginner player. In this one I want to talk about how to farm if you are an intermediate player. So if you've played like 100 hours already, maybe more, you've started unlocking some stuff. Like how do you consistently make money? So in the previous video I've had some suggestions as to what methods to farm. They're still in effect. They're still good. All of them are still good. I wouldn't recommend something that isn't good. And in this one I want to discuss drizzlewood specifically, and also bjora. I'll touch on bjora later. So first, drizzlewood. It's part of the Icebrut saga, and it's either No Quarter or Geomark Rising. One of these two will unlock the location. So basically this location, it consists of two parts. They have two separate metas here, but they all use the same keys. So the keys are shared for the entire location, but these two metas, they're separate. So first there goes the southern meta, and then the northern meta. So the southern meta goes like this. These are like areas that you can control. Currently they're red. You start here. This one is also always blue. And then you get an escort towards mines. Then an escort towards Petrosh Overlook. And then you like capture these settlements one by one until only this one is left. Wolves Crossing. This is the final area that you need to capture. And when you captured all of these with other players, of course, that starts the timer for this final one, and this will be the final boss. And this will end the meta, and it will start the champ train. The champ train, there will be like champions appearing randomly on the map, and you just need to, like, if you don't know, just follow other players. They'll just go to those champions and kill them, and every champion leaves 3 chests behind them for you to open. So you need to open them at least once a day if you want to do this consistently. The northern meta is a bit different. You progress in a more like streamlined way. I think you go like this, then the watch, then the bay. Then you capture this one, Bloodfield. And then you go to the Citadel. Citadel has many levels. You go around there, then you go to the final boss. So the southern meta in terms of this, the northern meta in terms of its design is a bit different. And if you want to do this, if you have spare keys, I think you need like 20, I think 5, maybe 30 for the southern meta, and around 30 for the northern meta as well. So if you want to, you can do this. If you don't want to, you can just do the southern meta. I like it more because it's easier, actually. So I'll explain you what to do. You go here. You find this vendor over here. Every single day you come to this vendor, and there are these keys, cash key. You can buy 5 of them. You can buy 5 of them. It will be 125, right? You buy, and then they go up in price, and you can buy 5 again. It'll be 250, right? You buy it. So, and then they go in price again, go up in price again. So if you don't plan to do this every single day, I suggest you buy just the first 2 bulks. It will be 375, and it's enough. Just do this every day, buy these keys. From every meta you'll get around 1500 war supplies, which will, if you buy the first 2 bulks, it will be enough for about a week worth of buying keys. I buy those keys, stack them up, then you can just come in and do the meta. If you do the meta every single day, I suggest you buy the final stack as well. To go like this. Sorry, it wasn't the final stack, but the next stack as well. It will result in 500, so the total will be like 800 something. This is more than enough, I think. This final price is way too expensive. If you do this every day, buy the first 3. If you don't, buy the first 2. Also buy this common char salvage. And it's the same salvage you get from these metas. You can just consume it and get 100 war supplies. So you get some in return for all of this. You can just buy the keys and you'll be alright. Just come to this location and do the meta. I can show you how the meta is done. So here is how to do this meta very fast. This is how I'm doing it. It takes not 13 minutes, maybe like 15-18 minutes, something like that, because I started already before recording. So basically, I don't recommend you do this like from the start when you're just starting out. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just tagging all of the events, and this is just like a general guide on how to do events in a lazy way, you could say, but that's how you should be doing them if you want to make money. So basically I just tag all of the events. So the cycle is like this. The players, they go to capture, currently they're capturing this one for defense, but also at the same time you can see this caravan and this caravan. So I'm aiming to tag these caravans. They give, each of them gives like 12%, I think, or maybe 10%, and then I go to the event and tag it as well, because if you tag the capturing event, it gives you like 40%, I think, maybe even more, 50. And I forgot to mention, yes, I'm talking about this participation. You're probably familiar with it. Every 10 minutes there is a reward based on this participation. So you are looking to get 200 of this as fast as possible, and then just basically be AFK and get these supply drops constantly. So I'm just hold on. I'm just hanging around. This is another thing I'm doing. I'm tagging every single mob using this EMP. You may not have it. If you don't, you can just tag using your abilities. And I'm doing this because every single mob that's killed gives char commendations, some money and some karma as well. So it's and some resources as well. You can see like over here, this is all the rewards for killing these mobs. It's not that much, and it's like comparatively to the effort, it's not very good, but it's some extra stuff that you can do. You don't have to, of course. I'm just doing it because I can, basically. And then in each settlement, it depends on the players. Usually if you're running with a commander, with a proper raid, they will kill every building, and when the building is destroyed, it leaves this kind of wreckage that you can mine. And I'm doing this right now. So I'm just mining out as the event progresses, as other players are doing it. And I'm here just to tag the final boss, basically. Well, that event is kinda stalling. I'm going here to tag some caravans and then get some extra percentages. And I return. This event finishes. While it's finishing, I'm also mining out what I don't have. I'm also going to tag another caravan. So it's like this. I just tag the events, I just mine the locations. I don't do the events entirely from start to finish. I tag this caravan, I will tag this event and this caravan as well, and that's basically how I do it. And in like 15 minutes, for you it will be longer if you'll be doing this for the first time. And I suggest you do this properly, not the lazy way, for the first like 10 times at least, because this meta is kind of difficult. So I'm just tagging the events, all the same thing. I just mine it out. It's very important that you mine out all of these. They give a lot of char salvage that you then consume and get war supplies. And at this point I think, yeah, I've reached 200, and I'll say it took like 15-17 minutes, and from this point onward I can just AFK, which is what I'm gonna do. Hold on. So I'll just AFK at the last area until the boss arrives, and then I just kill the boss, and that's basically it. I just AFK. I don't need to do anything. If you don't want to AFK that much, you can also tag, like you'll be done before like these two are captured usually. So you can tag this one, make sure to get the chest from the final boss. Even if you haven't tagged it, you'll get the reward. Just get the chest here, and then wait at the final one, do the thing, run the jump train, and that's it. That's how I'm doing it the lazy way, and that's how in general you should be doing the events. Like if you want to make profit from them, you just tag the event. Like to tag the event, you need to just do any damage to any monster marked as the event monster with the like swords above them, and this is it. You tag the event, you'll get bronze for it, yes, but this bronze, it mainly only affects the experience you get, so you get the full reward from it. So next thing I want to talk about is bjora, of course. Bjora is the second location of Icebrood Saga. It captures the second episode and the third episode, so whichever one you buy, it will unlock bjora for you. You can only buy, you only need to buy one to unlock the bjora, much like with the drizzlewood. So why is bjora so good? If you're just starting out and you have some ults and stuff like that, and maybe you have different kind of specs, and you want some gear for those specs. So basically in bjora you get these eternal ice shards, using which you can buy jewelry at this waypoint. I'll show you in a second. Yeah, here you can buy the accessory. That's like an earring, right? And then there is a guy, sorry. Let me actually go get him. He's in the forest. You need to do the collection with him to unlock the NPC. He sells the amulet, and that's very important because amulets are kind of expensive usually. And the currency is in this location. You can farm by just doing the meta. There are two metas, Drakar and Raven Shrines. You just do them every day. They're good loot, especially the Raven Shrines. The Drakar is not very profitable, but it can drop you an ascendant weapon, which is good for your like account and general account health, because you don't have to craft it in case you need it, that is. So it's in this hut. When you first come here, he'll have the like the collection icon above him. You need to do the collection. It's very easy. You just run around and do the stuff in bjora. Then there is this amulet as well. So it's an earring and the amulet. So this location is quite profitable. Let me show you. It's these two metas, Drakar and Raven Shrines. People usually do one after another, so you just go Drakar and then you go Raven Shrines afterwards. It's quite easy. But also why this location is good is because you can park your alt here, alt characters, morphs. And it's good money. For example, on this engineer, I just pick up two chests. You need mastery for them, by the way, but it's not that difficult to get. Just do the meta. So when you get the mastery, you can park your alts here. For example, in this location, I just got the medium chest and the large chest. And if you don't count for the currency that I get, it's not that much, it's maybe 1 gold combined at most. But with this currency it's very good because you can buy jewelry, and you can also turn this currency into gold as well in a reasonable way using crafting. So I suggest you can park, hold on, I'll show you. Is this alt parking on fast farming. There are these spots, you can click them. It will show you how and where to park. And you can go into the chest, click Eternal Ice Shard. It will show you how to turn it into gold. In this case, it shows me that I need to buy currency with that. So with this Eternal Ice Shards, you can buy currency of every single expansion, or sorry, of every single episode in POF, Path of Fire episodes. Every single episode has its own currency, and you can buy it using Eternal Ice Shards. It's another reason why it's good, but it takes a lot of karma, so it's only if you have some spare karma for this. It's in here, I think, the first base. Yeah, these are unlimited. You can buy as many of them as you want. So if you're doing a sky scale, for example, or if you need deflorite to buy some specific item on sunset piles, you can buy it here using this currency. You'll be farming a lot of it. It's like it's good for your account in general. If you farm this location, it's kind of healthy and it's profitable as well. It's less profitable than some other metas, some other locations, but it has all of these additional benefits, so it's quite good, I say. So next thing I wanted to talk about is fractals. If you're not doing fractals yet, I suggest you do it. I suggest you work towards your ascendant set. I suggest you work towards having agony resistance to farm tier 4 fractals. They're very profitable, almost as profitable as running metas, so you should be aiming to do this. It's kind of difficult, and in terms of money it's as good as some metas, but it's kind of a lot of effort, I would say. If you don't enjoy this, you may not like it, I would say. So So in fractals, you just farm infusions, you get your ascendant gear, you put infusions into your ascendant gear. I just noticed I have one available for some reason. You put infusions in it, you get agony resistance, you need agony resistance to farm higher tier fractals. And another reason why fractals are so good is because of this merchant right here that sells ascended gear and ascended weapons. And for that you need fractal research page that you get only for doing the recommended fractals. Let me find them. It's in daily fractals, recommended fractal, and it always says like scale 2, it means like level 2. Level 37, level 53. There are 3 of them. They give you several fractal pages each. And then there is like this daily tier something. For example, the daily tier 4 nightmare, and they will overlap, like daily 3 nightmare, 2 nightmare, 1 nightmare. So if you do the tier 4 nightmare, you'll get reward for tier 4, tier 3, tier 2, tier 1, like this. So it's quite profitable. And it's if you do the recommended as well, they're a bit less profitable, but they give you fractal pages that you can use to buy some ascendant gear later on, so it's good for your account. You need some Grandmaster marks that you also need to craft, so it's not entirely free. It's actually about the same in terms of like money, except it's much less crafting. You can pretty much buy all of these. You just need a profession level to 500, I believe maybe even 400 to assemble this thing, and then you can just click it here. It's quite easy. So in terms of classes, in high demand there is always healing firebrand all the time. So if you want to be in demand, you can go healing firebrand, you can go alacrity revenant, also in demand. And then there is this one, Bana warrior, not really in demand, but it's kind of welcomed. You usually join as a DPS, but you also have these banners, so it's kind of welcomed. And in general, other than that, there is just DPS roles, and pretty much anyone is welcome. So only healing firebrand, maybe quickness firebrand, alacrity revenant, and Bana warrior. They're like in a somewhat a demand, and anything else is kind of free entry basically. That's in terms of classes, because we'll probably be making another character like I have for fractals. Maybe you'll do this on your main, it's up to you. I'm just saying that not all classes are easy, not all classes are welcomed in fractals and stuff like that, so you need to be aware of that. So next thing, very useful thing that I want to talk about is Gw2Efficiency. You go to this website, you log in, it requires authorization, then you go account, then you go bank, here, sorry, material storage here. And this is a very useful tool for clearing out your bank. So it shows you, for example, I have 1 gold worth of this leather, and I have, for instance, like 2 gold worth of this, like pretty much icon whatever it is, some blood flask, 1 gold worth of this one, 6 gold worth of this one. So if you don't know how much each resource costs, you can just go here when you clear out your bank and just see that you you have like 4 gold worth of this shimmering dust that I personally had no idea it was so expensive, so I can just pick it up. And it shows you how much you have in your bank, but it's kind of a little bit deceiving because not all of your bank is fluid in terms of money, so you can just half this one easily. So I have like maybe 100 gold in terms of resources here. that I would like to sell, but yeah, you can use this one. It's very useful. And then there is crafting. It's very good as well. For example, you want to craft restored barrel longsword. Oh, what I'm saying, restored barrel longbow, and it can calculate how much it will cost you, whether it will be profitable or not. There is also a checkbox somewhere. Use on materials here. Click yes, and it recalculates. As you can see, I have berserk insignias, inscriptions already. I have ingots already. So if I craft it using my own materials that I have right now, it will be profitable. I'll make 5 gold from it. It's also you can also like calculate ascendant here. It will calculate how much it will cost you to craft. You can expand, stuff like that. It's a very useful tool. I'll link it all in the description. And another thing, let me get my character here. Another thing are these gizmos. They're called gizmos. It's items that you can use multiple times. They don't have like any stacks. They don't run out. They're basically like tools. And there is this tool, leyline matter converter. You get it from Dragon Stand. You get it from finishing this meta in less than 20 minutes, I think. From start to the last boss, to killing the last boss, you get this gizmo. It's like a shop, you open it. I haven't opened this today, so it looks like this. First page is always a free key used in every hot location. I suggest you pick up crowbars, but it's up to you whichever one you need the most. And then there are 3 pages. Each one corresponds with the currency. So this one is Tangle Depths. This one is Auric Bazin, and this is one is Verdenbrink, right? So it gives you items for sale using that currency, and let's see the full list. So what I suggest you do, if obsidian comes up, these 3 bags of obsidian, you pick them up. It's the easiest way to get obsidian, so you pick them up until you have like a couple of stacks, because you'll probably need them later for like legendaries, whatever you plan to do. It's very easy to pick up obsidian from here, and then you can basically go to fast farming. Oh yeah, it's here. Leyline, it's called converter bags right now. I just changed it around, so I couldn't find it. So basically, leyline and leyline meta converter, these are the most profitable ones. You can just pick them according to this list, or according to your experience. Like, I know that this one will be more profitable, so I just pick this one. These ones I don't recommend at all. Better pick something else. And this one will be more profitable than the box of well-leveled supplies. But I picked the box of well-leveled supplies because it gives you well-leveled experience and what is called? Tracking experience anyway. I just picked this one instead. See, it says world rank 11 reached, even though I have never played it world in this account. I'm just world rank 11 already, I guess. And the last thing I wanted to touch on is how to sell items on the auction house in the right way. Let Let me pick up some items for sale. So in my beginner video, I told you to sell everything as is, but it's more tricky than this. So if you want to make more profit, that is. So in this scenario, so what I'm looking at when I open this menu is how close this price is to this price. If there are like one bronze apart and the volume here is quite high, I just sell it like this. However, if the volume here is not very high, so there are one bronze apart like this, but the volume here is like what, 600, and I know that this item is in very high demand, so this 600 can be bought out in like less than a minute, and the next price point with the high volume is here, 76. So I just set it like one below that one. And in this case, instead of selling it for 64 or for this damped price, I will sell it like this. I will post it, and like using my like knowledge of the auction house, basically, I know that it will be purchased in like 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Basically today it'll be sold. So I post this item like this. And if, let me find it, maybe there is a difference somewhere. This is another common one. Somebody just posted one above this one, so if you click here and then you click 1 minus, you get sent to this column and you'll sell it instantly. You should be looking at this like more consciously. This one is kind of in high demand, but not very high. So I'll be if I were posting, even though the volume is low here, I would post it at this price. Likewise here, you can see people are damping the price, and the next like real price point is here, so I would be posting it like this. I hope it makes sense. It just does to me, and I don't know how to explain it better. Usually these ones are like this. Yeah, so if the difference is like more than even like 10 bronze, I just post it in this column. Even if the volume is low, I just post it like this. It's good enough. And for some very high demanded items like this, you can be even like more greedy. Like you can say that this one will be purchased within today and the next price point is here, or even lower than this, like this 3000 is the real price point, so you can post it one below this one, not this one below this one, and stuff like this. It's you can just get the idea of how many resources, basically how many resources you get. So this one, they're like this one, the ones I just sold, basically, they're very common to get lots of them, which means people sell lots of them, which means that people buy lots of them as well, since they are being sold. So using this kind of knowledge, you can determine how to post the item. It's like a more advanced way, but you'll get more money using this kind of method. And yeah, I just wanted to show it at least once, because in the previous video I just told you to insta sell everything, but you can actually make more money, but you need some experience with the game, which you probably do have already. So you can use this experience as I've shown, basically. And that's, I guess, it as to how make money more like advanced ways. And I've also touched on how to make money while making your account healthier, so like getting all those ascended trinkets, more currency from the POF episodes. Even if you don't have them purchased, you can still buy it in bjora. It's very cool. Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically all I wanted to discuss.